Did you know that you can access nearly every piece of human knowledge with a few clicks? The internet has become such an integral part of our lives that many of us can't imagine life without it. We use it for work, for play, and to stay connected with friends and family. But do you ever stop to think about just how big the internet really is? Well, today we're going to take a journey behind the scenes to explore the vastness of the internet and discover some crazy facts that will blow your mind. So buckle up because you're in for a wild ride. The internet is enormous, so huge that it's almost impossible to wrap your mind around its sheer scale. But let's try anyway. The internet is made up of billions of computers all connected together by cables and satellites. These connections allow us to send information instantly from one corner of the globe to the other. But how big exactly is this network? Well, the internet is so big that if you wanted to count the number of connections, you would need a lifetime and then some. As of 2021, there are approximately 4.66 billion active internet users worldwide. That's nearly 60% of the global population. And each of these individuals has the potential to create an infinite amount of connections. With so many people online, it's no wonder that the internet can feel like a never-ending labyrinth. But it goes even deeper than that. The internet is not just about the number of users, it's also about the vast amount of data that's being exchanged every single second. In fact, every minute over 600,000 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube, 69 million messages are sent on WhatsApp, and hundreds of thousands of dollars are spent on Amazon. That's a lot of information moving around, and it's no wonder that the internet is often referred to as the nervous system of the planet. But the size of the internet is not the only thing that's mind-blowing. There are all sorts of hidden secrets lurking beneath the surface that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the online world. One of the scariest facts about the internet is that there are some parts that you probably don't want to know about. The deep web and the dark web are two such areas that are often shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The deep web refers to any part of the internet that search engines cannot index. This includes websites that require a login, databases, and other types of content that are not publicly available. While the deep web may sound scary, most of it is perfectly safe and legitimate. In fact, a lot of the information you find on the internet is part of the deep web. For example, when you log into your bank account, you're accessing a deep web page. On the other hand, the dark web is a small part of the deep web that is only accessible through special software. This hidden network is often used for illegal activities, such as buying and selling drugs or stolen data. The dark web is a reminder that there are some things happening on the internet that we do not want to know about. But that doesn't mean we should shy away from exploring the online world. Instead, we should be aware of the risks and take precautions to protect ourselves while still embracing the amazing opportunities that the internet provides. All right, let's move on to the next mind-blowing fact. How old is the internet exactly? Well, believe it or not, the internet is actually older than you might think. It was first created in the 1960s as a way to connect computers and share information. Back then, it was just a small network of computers at universities and government agencies. But it quickly grew from there. In fact, the first message was sent over the internet in 1971. Since then, the internet has changed the world in ways we never imagined. It's allowed us to connect with people from all over the globe and access information in an instant. But despite its age, the internet is still evolving rapidly. New technologies are constantly emerging that are changing the way we use the web. Who knows what the future holds for the online world? Let's move on to the next fact. Did you know that the internet is everywhere? In fact, there are more devices connected to the internet than people on Earth. In recent years, the number of internet-connected devices has exploded. We're talking about everything from smartphones and laptops to smart refrigerators and doorbells. In fact, the number of internet-connected devices is projected to reach 30 billion by 2022. All of these devices are connected to each other through a vast network of cables and satellites. This means that no matter where you go, you're likely to have access to the internet. Of course, this also means that your personal information is being tracked and monitored more than ever before. But that's a topic for another discussion. Speaking of data, did you know that every minute 347,000 tweets are sent on Twitter? That's a lot of tweets. In fact, Twitter users send roughly 500 million tweets every single day. But it's not just tweets. Every minute, 120 gigabytes of data is transferred on Facebook, and 20 million messages are sent via WhatsApp. It seems like people are always connected and sharing information on the internet. But it's not surprising considering how important the internet has become in our lives. It's not just a way to communicate, it's a way to build relationships, businesses, and communities. In fact, the internet has become such an integral part of our lives that some experts believe that humans are now more interconnected than ever before. The internet has allowed us to transcend physical boundaries and connect with people from all over the globe, but this also means that we're constantly bombarded with information and distractions. It can be hard to disconnect and enjoy the present moment when you're constantly connected to the online world. That's why it's important to take breaks and recharge so that you can stay focused and productive. After all, the internet is a tool that should enhance our lives, not control them. And speaking of control, did you know that you're not in control of your online experience? In fact, more than 50% of internet traffic isn't even generated by humans, it's generated by bots. Bots are automated programs that perform repetitive tasks on the internet. They can be used for all sorts of purposes, from crawling websites to posting spam comments to even simulating real users. In fact, there are more bots than humans on the internet, and they're responsible for a significant portion of internet traffic. This means that the internet is not just a place for humans to interact, it's a place where machines interact as well. And these interactions can have a major impact on our online experience. For example, spam comments and fake reviews are generated by bots, and they can make it difficult to find real and useful information. Bots can also manipulate search engine results and make it harder to find what you're looking for. But bots aren't all bad. They're used for all sorts of positive purposes as well. For example, they're used to automate customer service, personalize the user experience, and even detect fraud. In fact, bots are becoming more and more sophisticated, and they're starting to interact with humans in more natural ways. Some bots can even hold conversations and answer questions. So, while it's true that you're not in control of your online experience, bots aren't necessarily a bad thing. They're just another part of the complex and ever-evolving world of the internet. So, there you have it. 10 incredible facts about the internet that you didn't know you needed but are glad you now possess. The internet is a vast and mysterious place that we're only beginning to understand. It's a place where machines and humans interact in ways we never imagined and where information is power. But it's also a place where we need to be aware of the risks and take precautions to protect ourselves. As we continue to explore the online world, we'll uncover even more amazing facts about the internet that will blow our minds. So keep learning, keep exploring, and be prepared for anything.